Hey everyone, so today we're going to do an interior review of the Mercedes AMG GLE43 that we just bought. So as you can see, AMG GLE43. And with that, we are actually going to start in the trunk. So as you can see, it is a power trunk, power hatch. Don't mind the shiny on the WeatherTech here. So we look in the trunk of the GLE43. So what you will notice first, a cargo cover that covers all of your cargo, a fairly large rear seat space area, or I should say cargo area. We'll get to the rear seat shortly. Cargo area, you can definitely fit probably 3 to 4 luggage, fairly large luggage bags in the back of this. Definitely 4 sets of golf clubs, which is really important, and those will fit no problem. So more than enough room for any sort of luggage or carrying that you need to do. This also is removable, and those seats also fold down. So now you can see here, we've got a push button to power close the rear hatch. And if we move into the rear seats, we can see that these seats flip up. And then there is a folding lever right there for the seat to actually go down. So that works out really good. So now you have more storage with these rear seats folded down. And this protects that rear seat as well. So that's kind of a cool option for those of you shopping for a GLE43. Those of you who like seat posture, you pull this lever again and push the seat back, and now you get the reclining seats of the rear part of the GLE. So let's hop in. You'll notice all 4 corners here. It comes with optional WeatherTech floor mats or these standard AMG floor mats. So hopping in here, one thing you're going to notice right away is that you have more than ample leg room in the rear. And now in order to get this headrest up, you just push it up, and now you've got a nice area to spend time. This is definitely one of the more comfortable rear seats I've sat in, mostly because of the leg space that you get. Now, one thing to note here, having this leg space does kind of impede on the rear hatch area a little bit more than some other 5-row SUVs or 5-seater SUVs. So just keep that in mind, but it is still a usable area back there, much bigger than a GLC or a X3 series from Mercedes or BMW. So we're looking at the back. You've noticed here that we have automatic climate control back here with this package. This also comes with auto or off, different areas to blow the air, and heated rear board seats, which is pretty cool. So that was a package option on this GLE that the owner checked. So we also have some peasant blockers, as they are called, which is pretty neat. Some lighting, a panoramic sunroof, and a 17-piece Harman Kardon Logic 7 system. So hopping out of the rear, it is an easy exit. As you can see, I don't want to get this AMG dirty, so we're moving with our socks today. Fairly easy to get out of the rear seats. Now moving to the passenger seat here, you can see we have the carbon fiber package in this GLE. We have seat controls on the door, unlock, lock, door handle button. Most of this material is actually pretty soft touch for the most part. It's that MB Tex, they call it, that faux leather, but the actual seats are real leather. So that is one thing to note. This does not come with the MB Tex leather. This comes with the real leather, but these are not cooled or massaging seats, as that package was not checked. This also does have ambient lighting all the way around, and we will hop into the passenger seat. So Sitting in the GLE43, the passenger seat is one of the most comfortable seats I have ever sat in. There is so much room, and that is one thing I like about the GLE series from Mercedes, is that they capitalize on passenger space. You can easily fit a family of 5 in here, and you still have storage in the back. Now, granted, the storage isn't as much as some other SUVs in the mid-size to full-size segment, but if you don't have a lot of cargo and you need to essentially haul around a lot of people, this is the perfect truck to do it in. So as we look through here, we've got our heated seats, auto stop start, parking sensor assist here, and traction control. It also comes with a neat dial, rotary dial for the driver and the passenger, similar to the rear, where you have different settings, your zones, your different airflows here, and some nice air vents as well in typical Mercedes fashion. Again, we get that panoramic sunroof, a coffin opening system, where you do have, it is tough to see, but you do have 2 USBs. And this also does have Apple CarPlay in it, which is sweet, and Android Auto. So some will say that this for a 2017 is a little bit older than the rest of the Mercedes, which, yeah, I tend to agree. But if you know and love Mercedes, you will understand the command system is fairly easy to use. It does have buttons. It is button laden, but now in today's time, in 2024, we're moving back to buttons. So this isn't such a bad thing from that craze from about 2015 to now, essentially 2022, 2023, when auto companies were moving away from buttons. Mercedes-Benz stuck with the buttons in this 2017 GLE. So now we are going to hop into the driver's side of the vehicle and get all the ins and outs of the infotainment and the rest of the interior. Opening up the driver's side door and passenger side door, you are greeted with a beautiful illuminated AMG door sill. Of course, AMG floor mats. Tons of storage here in the door. All your buttons. All of your buttons again. And you are greeted by this wonderful round with flat bottom steering wheel. This is one of the best steering wheels, and I commend Mercedes for this. This is one of the best steering wheels ever made. I love the flat bottom. It is almost as good as the SRT steering wheel, but this is second best, I would say, to that. Looking here, this car has 53,000 miles on it. And we can see again, we've got this wonderful illumination in the cabin. A nice place to spend time. More than enough visibility out of this vehicle, especially with that panoramic sunroof. There's really no blind spots here. Maybe behind the C-pillar there might be a little bit. Kind of Ford Explorer reminiscent or Chevy Equinox reminiscent with that C-pillar. But HVAC controls very easy to use. Your stop start on the park, or on the stalk right here. Your drive and reverse start stop engine button right there. Got myself mixed up. Some paddle shifters that are not bad to feel. Typical Mercedes-Benz fashion, and a nice big Mercedes-Benz logo right there. So we've got more buttons here. A nice area to store your drinks. These are heated and cooled cup holders. A little cigarette lighter. Some more storage here deep in the dash. And then that folds up like that. There's the command system here. So we're going to grab the keys and we are going to turn this baby on and see what this infotainment is like. We've got the typical Mercedes-Benz key here with the panic, lock, unlock, and trunk release. No remote start on this vehicle, which is interesting as it was an $82,000 vehicle in 2017. So to just start the accessory power, you just press that once. The accessory power comes on. AMG flashes across the screen, and then the command system starts. So, of course, in typical Mercedes-Benz fashion, there is no volume up or down. You will see that. It's just turn left, turn right, and that turns up and down the volume. So they kind of expect you to know that. looking through the digital gauge in front of us here, we've got a lot of different options. Eco display, start stop from reset. Got trip, navigation. This will be on when navigation is running. Got the audio for satellite or FM, AM, whatever you want. Telephone, if you have a telephone connected. Drive assist, so you've got the assist graphic here. That'll show you with your adaptive cruise control, which is right here, how close or far away you want to be from a vehicle. So we're going to go back. Using the back button, you've got steering pilot, active brake assist, attention assist, blind spot assist, lane keeping assist, and some other safety features here that keep the vehicle on the road, which is really nice. Some settings, service, drive assist, like I said, and then I just usually leave it on trip or navigation. So this is a really, really nice analog display, I think, as we have checkered. It's tough to tell, but we have a checkered look behind the gauges here. More AMG sport-like. And then we've got the system here. So you've got navigation, radio, media, telephone, vehicle. Vehicle, I think, is very cool. So that shows you your vehicle settings, locator lighting, interior lighting, blah, 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 ambient light brightness, ambient light color, ionization. This actually reduces all of the fragrances from outside or the odors from outside that reach the cabin. And then, of course, you can either control it with the actual keypad, scrolling left or right, or you can do it with the command knob right here. And there is a back button right here or right there. So you've got dynamic select as well. And then you've got individual configuration. If you want to set this car into sport mode, sport plus, individual comfort, or snow mode. So those I will go over in a driving review here when we get a chance to do that. Vehicle data, engine data, of course, those all have to be on. Vehicle data here shows you the turning angle and the actual angle of the vehicle. So turning angle left and right, and then up or down, and some G-forces. Engine data just shows you horsepower, torque, different temperatures of the engines, which is pretty cool. And then to go back, you just press the back button here or there. You can go to 360 camera. Unavailable unless the car is on. Fuel consumption, operator's manual, which is actually in there, the time, and that about covers that. So now if we go to vehicle even more, we can go to system settings, and then you have all of your different options with the system settings here, which is pretty cool. So once you get the hang of this, it isn't that hard to control, and you can easily do it while driving too. Inputting navigation, of course, car has to be in park, and it's pretty nice though. So we'll run this till it shuts off, which it is. And that's about all there is to this command unit. So not a whole ton here. Very similar to older Mercedes. Different than the Mercedes of today, but very easy to get used to here. You've got the SOS up here. Help, mechanic, info for your phone. And some reading lights, which are nice LEDs. And, of course, sunroof controls there. Really, really nice visors that when you pull out like this and extend them, these actually do extend, believe it or not. You have a little mini visor that folds down. Still a little knack of Mercedes here, which is kind of cool. One thing I do have to knock, though, is that these visors are made of really cheap plastic material. So that's one thing here. Most everything in the interior is nice. There is some hard plastic that is reminiscent of my actual Ram truck and some of my Chrysler products here. But for the most part, everything is pretty premium on the used market. These things are a steal right now, with the performance that you get, 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and all that AMG performance. But overall here, I'm very, very happy with the interior. The seats are comfortable. Everything seems to be in well working order. And if you're looking at one of these and you want tried and true performance with tried and true reliability from Mercedes of those older platforms, this is the GLE for you to buy. All right, guys, if you like this little review here, like and subscribe to see more content on this Mercedes-Benz GLE 43.